We are back.
Tune in every Monday.
It's official.
We trying to get our M's up.
This is the Married to Music podcast,
money,
y'all.
marriage on a Monday.
Baby, what we talk about on this podcast?
We talk about music, money, and marriage. You know what we talk about. We talk about music, money, and marriage, the 3 M's of matrimony, the holiest 3 M's.
The Holy Trinity.
That's like, I didn't even think about that. The 3M, like the tape, this the glue.
This the glue, okay.
You talking about? But I'm dropping gems already. We just started. We about 15 seconds into the podcast.
And
I
this
just
the
dropped
glue.
the glue.
That's
the
what's
3M.
up. The
Let's
trifecta.
Go. Yeah.
Holy matrimony.
You got to have 3.
Gotta have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Holy
might
Trinity.
need to tuck my chain in. Hold up.
Why?
Because it was clinking.
Oh.
You can't be clinking.
Look,
man.
I have bracelets in.
You bangling.
One MD I had called my bracelets the percussion section for my shows. He was like, "Take off the percussion section." It's like, you know what? Leave me alone. Bangles making noise.
Right. I mean, you add a whole tambourines to the music and stuff.
I know.
Don't nobody want to hear all that, man. But before we jump into this podcast today, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, sweetwater.com, man. Sweetwater has hooked us up with amazing service with delivering gear for the podcast studio, man. And their customer support and the warranties that you get when you shop with sweetwater.com is like unmatched in the industry.
You get candy.
You absolutely do get candy.
I mean, come
on.
on.
We got any of that Sweetwater candy
get
still
candy.
on set? I'm trying to see.
Stickers and candy.
Yeah. I mean, definitely the candy, man, this is good. But Sweetwater.com, and I'm also definitely a Sweetwater affiliate. So if you ever trying to shop for studio gear, podcast gear, recording gear, guitars, instruments, anything like that, man, you can check it out at Sweetwater.com. And I got a link in the description of this video.
Period, because
and
Mama need a new pair of shoes.
And we talking about video because I just also want to mention, so if you're listening on the podcast, this the video of this is also available on YouTube. Right. And if you're listening on YouTube right now, then the audio of this is available on your podcast. So when you riding around and getting it,
we everywhere.
You can get it wherever you be at.
Yeah, for sure. That's important. Being accessible. Being accessible is important. You got to make it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's lay out the format of the show, man, because it's been a minute since we've been on here. Let's lay out the format for people, kind of remind them of how we lay this out. So, of course, we talk about music, money, and marriage, right? And are we going to talk about all 3 of those topics every time?
Every episode, we're going to talk about music, money, and marriage.
Right.
Every time.
So no matter what you in here for,
you're going to get some.
You're going to get it every time.
And if you're in here for one, you still going to get something from the other.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way it is.
If you're here for music, you definitely want to make money with it, and if you're not married, you probably gonna be married one day
at some point in time,
or you probably was married, and then we really need to talk.
And even if you're not married, maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you're thinking about marriage, maybe it's looking like marriage. We gonna help you.
Or maybe you just married to your music.
Period.
Or you married to the money. Because it'd be like that too, right?
It'd be like that. So either way, you're gonna get something out of this. We definitely want you guys to leave with some gems and leave better than when you hit play on this podcast. That is the goal every single week.
Big facts.
Every episode.
So what we gonna run them down with this week? What kind of topics? What's our music topic?
Okay, so our music topic is 4 things that every artist needs to learn how to do yourself. This is the DIY music topic.
Mean. Let me clap it up for that. Let me see. Hold up.
We still learning.
Hold up.
Oh. That's not a clap. But
was that the clap?
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't the clap?
That's a laugh. That's a laugh.
That's the laugh. Oh, man.
Do we have a clap? Oh, there it is. It's a laugh and a clap.
See? Okay.
Stop the cap.
Y'all, we got all kinds of sound effects for y'all.
Stop the cap. All right.
We
cool.
came back with effects, y'all.
Okay, we back with effects, man. All right, I'm trying to see. Okay.
The clap effect is combined with the laugh, so it's not going to work for everything.
So I don't think you can scroll the different pages when you go live. When you actually start recording, you like stuck.
Well, listen, we can add this to the list of things to learn how to do yourself. Learn how to work the podcast equipment.
Okay, so that's what we started.
That's not the first thing, but for you.
Oh.
For homework for the next podcast.
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate y'all sticking with us through the technical difficulties. I promise we got some gems for y'all on the podcast. We not just gonna be on here acting crazy.
No, for sure. But so 4 things to learn how to do yourself as an
Okay.
artist. I think, first of all, it's important to really take responsibility as an artist. I think
Yeah.
artists a lot of times are waiting for somebody to save them because there's so much talent.
Right.
You so talented. You so gifted. Somebody's supposed to be, you supposed to just have a team because you that good. That's how artists think. I know this because I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a new artist and you're just starting out on your journey, you really truly do believe that you should have a team to do all these things for you. And you know what? Maybe you should. But until that happens, you definitely need to learn how to do certain things on your own. Where you don't have to wait for anybody. And the first thing on the list
What?
is
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. The very first thing that all artists need to learn how to do.
And in his defense, he didn't put this one on the list.
I didn't even make
I
this
put
up.
this on the list
But for real though, because Lydia is going through this right now.
right
too.
now.
But for real, learn how to record yourself. If you're an artist, you need to learn how to record yourself.
That
Learn
is
how
number one.
How to use a DAW, and it's not so much. The main reason to me why artists need to learn how to record themselves is because inspiration strikes whenever, right?
Whenever.
Who knows when inspiration gonna strike,
Right.
and also opportunity comes out of the windwork, right? Maybe you don't have the money to book a session. Maybe your engineer is booked up with
Right.
something else. So being able to capture your inspiration and also capture your opportunities and capitalize on those opportunities by being able to at least do basic recording yourself.
It's so important.
Yes, for sure.
And I know for a fact, if I wasn't married to you, I would have learned how to do this a long time ago.
So you're trying to say I kind of crippled you a little bit.
Just a little bit. But I allowed you to.
Okay.
So it's not your fault.
Oh.
It's at the end of the day, it's my
Oh,
responsibility.
because we always got to take accountability for where we
Period.
at, right?
Got to. So
What?
so that's on me. But I definitely never learned because you were so accessible. But as time moves on and we get more and more busy in life, you are becoming less and less accessible to me.
Oh.
And I be having
Well, at least
stuff
for
to
recording,
record.
man, because I prefer to do other stuff with you than always be
That's
recording.
for the married segment, y'all.
I'm just saying we blended it in, ain't we? And then we said we blended it on in. Hey, I don't.
Yes, I feel you. I would prefer to do the other stuff too. But it's important
like
to
the-
know how to, like you said, to know how to record yourself so that you don't have to wait on anybody else.
For sure.
When opportunity comes, you can lay it down. Also, what I think is great too, because I know a little bit, I can record myself in GarageBand and stuff like that to at least get ideas out. But there's something beautiful about the freedom of expression that you can have when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
It's like you're uninhibited.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get the most gold. Now you can of course get gems and great records out with a team and an engineer.
But
and all
it
that.
takes time though.
It
Right? That takes time
does.
for you to build up that relationship with somebody else.
Yes.
To trust them, especially
Yes.
if it's a lot of people. And when you get to a major label, it's gonna be a lot of people. It might be 15 people in the room, and now they want you to bare your soul while they looking
Yeah,
down,
no, and that's
looking
trash.
at you.
I am not a fan of, I'm an advocate for closed sessions.
Right.
I'm not a fan of group sessions. So for real, when you get to learn how to record yourself, you can just bare your soul and not worry about the mistakes or anything like that. So definitely learn how to record yourself. YouTube University. Wayne is sitting right here. He is the goat on YouTube teaching people how to record. There's no excuse really today for you not to know how. So that is definitely number one. Get online and learn how to record yourself. Sign up for the Pro Tools certification course, all that.
That's a fact. So speaking on that, let's talk about some resources though. Because for real, where can people go to learn how to record themselves? That's YouTube University for sure.
Is
Make
the
y'all
main
check out my channel.
place.
If you don't know already, I got a channel. I got hundreds of videos for the free ski that's teaching you how to actually record yourself.
And
a
they
lot of the
really
people-
work. They really work. I learned
Can you hear me in the headphones? 'Cause I thought these were supposed to stop us from talking over each other.
Oh, sorry. I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, so a lot of the
I can hear
people who are a lot of people who actually watch my videos and consume my content are artists. I would say most of them are, right? They're not just purely engineers and producers. They are actually artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was important.
It was.
Ugh, Lord.
Man, at least I can think about it.
All that. No, but I was just being I was just writing a review through this mic right here by saying that they work for somebody who knew nothing about recording.
The
I learned-
videos.
Yeah.
And you also taking my Pro Tools certification course right now.
Yeah.
How's that been for you?
It's hard. I
Okay.
mean, that's just what it is.
Because that's more than you can YouTube. That's why we scratching the surface, right? That'll allow you to do what you need to do on a basic level, right? You are diving deep into more professional user.
Yeah,
level.
it's definitely a challenge, which is good. I like to be challenged. But it's definitely from somebody who's cold turkey. I think it would be a little bit easier for me if I had already been recording myself for years and now I'm just trying to get more structure and learn, more in depth. But from somebody who's never really recorded themselves is definitely a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. So
Okay, and you've been doing great though. You passed the first part of the certification exam.
I did.
Right off the jump.
I did.
Clap it up for that. Hold on, let me see what my
You know.
clap. Yeah, I know. Hold up.
Yeah.
We gonna cash register that. We gonna cash register that.
Ooh, these sound effects is too funny.
Hey, yo, man, we working. Hey, y'all gotta come back to the next episode to see the evolution
Of married.
right? And there's something else I want to talk about too, because we talking about these different things, man. Y'all got to make sure that y'all are allowing yourself to evolve, right? And not just acting like you and thinking that you got to come out and be perfect right out the jump. So the 4 things that artists need to learn how to do, one of them is going to be to record yourself audio, record your music, right? If you make music, learn how to record your music, learn how to capture that music. Another thing, right, that goes right in hand with that, I think, is the visual content.
Yes.
Right, because that is something that you always got. And nowadays you can't really even just have music without having videos, without having photos.
It's a waste of time.
It is.
To have just music. So that is definitely number 2. Learn how to edit videos and photos. Premiere, Photoshop. Or you can use Final Cut. Some people use that. I'm sure there's Lightroom and other ways that you can edit, but my 2 are Premiere and Photoshop, and I've learned on my own how to use both through YouTube.
Yeah.
My sister's a graphic designer. She designed our lovely logo.
Oh, shout out to Naomi.
Yes.
Talking about.
She taught me these sound effects. She taught me how to use Photoshop a little bit, and then I learned the rest on YouTube. Listen, you guys, for real, if I can learn how to use Premiere Pro and Photoshop, you can too, okay? I am a walking testimony. I am not some super tech guru like Wayne. I am not very techy, but I know how to use both. That's not cap. That's not.
Okay. I don't know. I was just testing that button out.
Sounds.
Eric loaded that one up, and I was trying to see what it do.
It's loud.
Stop the cap.
I'm telling the truth, though. If I can do it, you can do it. So for real, learn how to edit videos. Everything you see on my page, 90% of it, I edited myself.
And then I'm gonna add this too. The dope thing about actually learning these skills, especially these first 2 that we talked about already, recording yourself, and then also capturing and being able to create the visual content as well. While you on your journey to blow up as an artist or whatever it is that you're looking for, you can use these as tools to make money. Right. So these are skills that can go outside of what you're doing. So you don't just have to be creating the video content for yourself or recording for yourself. You could be using these same skills that you learn how to do for yourself to make money by doing it for other people.
Man, that's another stream of income. That goes in line with our money topic that's coming up.
Absolutely.
But for real, you're definitely creating another stream of income for yourself, or potentially if that's what you want to do. And what's also great about it, really the main reason why I started to learn is because you know what you want as an artist. You have the vision in your mind. A lot of times people cannot pull it off.
Right.
You may waste time and money getting somebody to just something simple as a flyer. They make you a flyer and you hate it. It's terrible. It doesn't match your vision or what you wanted. So if you know how to do this for yourself, you good.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wait on anybody. So for sure. And there's also resources for this as well on YouTube.
YouTube.com. YouTube is crazy, man. You can learn anything that you want to learn on YouTube.
For real. That's really how I learned. Well, Lucky first taught me how to use Premiere. That was my first lesson. Shout out to you, Lucky. But he just taught me the very basics. And then I, just honed my skills more on YouTube.
All right. What's the next thing? Let's go. This one definitely something that's key is producing shows, man.
Ooh, this is the one.
So I know
Man.
you got a lot of experience with this. Your mother's been producing shows and
Mhm.
she's taught you a lot. And so you've gone on to produce your own shows. We've produced shows together through Sauce Records and Center
Yes.
Stage
Yes.
Showcase and your own personal show. So, what you think is the importance of for an artist to produce their own show? Why is that important?
Man, I mean, I think a lot of people wait for opportunities. I want to do shows. Nobody's booking me. I'm not getting booked. Producing your own show puts the control in your hands. And you don't have to wait for anybody. If you have a fan base, even if you just have like really close family and friends, you can produce a show because that's what you need is people to get in the
So
room, fill the seats.
I don't want to let none of this go over nobody here. What does it mean to produce a show, though?
Okay, so it means that you are actually the person who puts the money up, finds a venue, and puts on the show.
Okay.
So you go to a venue, you pay them,
Mhm.
and then the venue's yours for the evening, and you get to do whatever you want on that stage, have guests. a
So that's
DJ,
one way to
whatever.
do it, though. But there's other ways to do it to where maybe you pay the venue up front, maybe y'all split whatever the ticket sales is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
So it's definitely negotiable on
Yeah.
how y'all make the money.
of course, of course.
But it's just about the first step would be to kind of reach out to a
Find
venue.
a space, find a space, and plan a show, as opposed to somebody else has a show and you get booked to be a part of their show. You don't really know what's going on in the background. You know nothing. All you know is that this person reached out to you to perform at their show. So instead of you just waiting on that, you're the one who puts the ball. You take the ball, slam dunk it by producing your own. This is my show now. I control it, and I mean, it gives you power as an artist.
Yeah.
It gives you power to make money. It helps you learn the behind the scenes, because a lot of times you'll be surprised how much people don't know about what goes into putting on a show. It's not just, you don't just walk into a venue and the mics are all on and the lights are on and you get on stage and sing. No, you have
What's
to
some of those things, though?
Those
What's
are the-
some of those things that's behind the scenes?
lights,
Lights.
sound. So when you book a venue, you have to make sure, like, these are questions that you ask when you go to the venue. Like, does renting this venue come with a lighting person, a sound person? Because these are
Does
things,
it come with sound equipment? Does it have speakers? Does it have microphones?
right? All of those things. And most venues do. If you're looking at a performance venue, they're going to have all that. And whatever your agreement is, it may be different. Like sometimes you may go to the venue and they'll say, okay, you don't have to pay a rental fee, but we're going to split 80-20. You're going to get 80% of your ticket sales. We'll get 20%. And they'll keep the bar. That's just one scenario. Why is a venue going to do this for you? Because they stand to make money. You're going to come in, you're going to bring people. They're going to buy drinks,
Right.
so they're going to make money off the bar, and they're going to get 20% of whatever you sell. So that's one way. Another way may be that they're going to say, hey, it's $500 or it's $1,000 to rent our venue. Then you keep all your ticket sales, and you may be able to negotiate a bar split with them. 80-20. You guys get 80% of the bar, we get 20% of the bar. Whatever it is. There's a lot of different variables and different ways that it can work.
Right.
But that's generally what you're going to experience when you go to a venue, is some kind of split like that. And you're putting yourself in a position to make money.
Right.
So you're not just performing, but you are actually a boss and like conducting real business now when you decide to produce a show. And then you have to start to put the show together and then promote it. Book people. Is it just going to be you? Are you going to have supporting acts? Is it going to be a whole lineup? Who's going to be your DJ? All of those things come into play. And then you start to promote, make a flyer, market, sell tickets, pack the house, have a great show.
Okay.
So
Sounds simple enough.
it's definitely a challenge, but I think as an artist, you have to challenge yourself. Like we've reaped so many benefits from producing shows. When we started the Center Stage, like, we made a name for ourselves with Sauce Records,
For sure.
producing shows. It really gives you control.
Yeah, you set the pace for what it is, and you get to really see what your fan base is like, and you get to put other people on by doing that, right? So you
Yes.
get to have your own opening acts and people that perform alongside you and really see what it takes. And then maybe next time you'll be like, okay, I'll sell tickets for your show
Right.
or whatever, because now you got a better idea of what it takes to put it together.
Yeah. And this is such an important skill. Like a lot of artists don't know how to sell tickets. They're intimidated by it.
Which is going to lead us right into the next point is marketing.
That's the fourth thing.
Because if you're going to put on your show, if you're going to put on a show, you're going to need to know how to market it. And this is where I think a lot of artists are falling short.
I agree.
And not just artists, like just business in general is the marketing aspect, right?
Yeah.
Because you could have the greatest product in the world. It's not the greatest product. It's the best known product that's going to sell, right? The best known. So whatever people know about, that's what they're going to consume. That's where they're going to be. That's what they're going to, think is good because it's in their face all the time. So how can we as artists and creators in the space increase our knowledge on marketing? I got one idea.
Tell us.
YouTube, baby. Watch some of them YouTube marketing videos, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely some ways, but really getting creative with the way that you reach out to people, right? It just always remind me of just like a cat being, you like, yo, listen to my song in the DM. Like that's not necessarily marketing, right?
No,
you gotta give me a reason.
You got
to listen to your song.
And even if like we can break it down really small and start with your socials, right? Because marketing can seem like a huge pie and I don't even know where to start. Where do I bite first? Here's the first step. Treat your socials like a full-on marketing campaign, right? Your phone. This is the new TV.
Right.
People are watching less and less TV, watching more and more of their phones. So if you are locked in with people on your social media, right, your posts are commercials.
Yeah.
So I never understood when an artist will be like, oh, book me or this and that. I go to their page.
Yeah.
I don't see no videos. I see memes and jokes. I'm like,
Can't tell that they're artists.
I don't know you're an artist. Like within the
and that's your free outlet. That's your free organic reach that you got right there. It's a free opportunity.
I mean, opportunity blown. Within the first 6 boxes, like as soon as you go to the page, you can see the first 6. Within those boxes, I need to see content that tells me what you do. I need you to be selling yourself in those posts. Like I need to go to your page and know exactly what I'm going to get. Like, oh, you know what? I'm booking this person.
And people don't get tired of it. I mean, you got to constantly, I'm in the mindset too that you got to constantly remind people of what problem you're there to fix.
Yes.
Like, I'm
Talk
here.
About it.
This is the
Talk
void
about
that I'm feeling, right?
Yes. Talk a little bit about just that, what you just said.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how you create, a space for you in the marketplace. It's how you create your values because you're there to literally solve a problem. Even as an entertainer, if you sing, right, then you're entertaining people. That's solving a problem for people, and you can tell them, okay, look, man, you had a long day. You had, you want to relax. I have this song for you, right? This is what this product this here is meant for you. Oh, you an engineer, you having a hard time with your mixings. Look, I got this course that can help you to get you to the next level. So literally, when you are intentionally solving problems for people and you know that what you have is going to help, it's going to benefit them in some kind of way, then you can go about your promotion and your marketing in a whole new way, right? So I don't feel like I'm being obnoxious about it or being like, man, like, listen, I feel like you doing your people's a disservice if you not constantly making sure that as many people in the world as possible have heard of you, have consumed your product, have done this. Because if you believe in what you have, I should say, right? Because if you don't think that what you have is so good, then and you're trying to sell it to somebody, then you're stealing.
Right.
But if you think that what you got is fire,
then
and it's gonna help them and uplift them,
it's a blessing to share it.
It should. It absolutely
is a blessing to
like,
share
look,
it with
man,
them.
and you got to go forth and do that, man.
You got to do it with pride, and you have to do it with a vengeance. Like you have to be passionate about it on all your outlets. How can I get the world to know about what I'm offering?
Yeah.
What cool ways can I share what I do?
And remember the why. Remember the why. Like this is why consuming this will help you. Not just why it's going to do something for me, because nobody want to hear how them buying your product is going to help you.
Exactly.
So you can pay your rent, so you can do whatever you got to do.
I got
nobody
rent to
care
pay
about
too.
How is me buying this gonna help me?
Yeah. And that's something that I say all the time is show your value.
Mm,
Your socials should show off your value. Like, look, if you have an event, I'm going to elevate the event. My presence there as an artist is going to take the event up a notch.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
of my showmanship, because of how my personality, because of how I'm going to engage. The way I'm going to make your guests feel is going to benefit your event.
Absolutely. And when you know that, then you set your price accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I mean, you can feel real good about going out there,
Yes.
killing the show and getting it
Yes,
done, you know?
yes.
And one thing I just want to kind of circle back to the social media aspect that I kind of want everybody to kind of take note of is that it's so easy for us to just consume so much social. Like, we are constantly consuming everything. Like, it's
Yeah.
coming at us. We scroll probably, I maybe see 1,000 some images a day or
Ugh,
more.
man.
Looking through social media. And what I want to kind of challenge everybody out here to do, all my creators, is for us to create more than we consume. Let us make sure that within any given amount of day, within any amount of time, that we are creating more content than we are consuming. If you call yourself a creator, otherwise, then you're a consumer. If you consuming more than you create, so if you say you're a creator, be creating way more than you consuming this stuff out here.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. Cool. So, in other words, get to work.
Get back. Stop scrolling.
Get to work.
But while you there though, like my stuff, man.
Right? Like, comment, and subscribe. All that. So, and then we also have just like a bonus.
Ethereum is up 5.8%.
Okay, Ethereum.
That's all I'm saying, man. Tokenomics, man.
We're gonna have a whole money subject about investing in crypto and all that because the people want to know. Hey. We're gonna have to have a guest on for that.
I'm an info for crypto.
All that. Stupid. So the last thing, well, we're finished with the 4 things. So it's record yourself, learn how to create visual content by learning how to edit videos, edit photos, producing shows, and marketing. Yeah. Those are the 4 things that you need to really start to like write that down and little by little make a checklist and learn something every day. Yeah. Towards one of those 4 things. And it's gonna, within 1 year, like for real, I want you to do this. Like start today, make a list, give yourself 1 year from now and look back and see how far you've come if you really do something every day in those 4 areas. Yeah. To improve your craft. And the last thing is just like a bonus. I think every artist really needs to learn resilience and perseverance. Mm-hmm. Because this is a really, really tough business. I've seen a lot of people quit. Yeah. A lot of people just like literally give up. Talented people too. It be the talented ones though. Like it be the ones who are like so gifted that the weight of this industry just collapses them. But then it be the people who I'm like, why don't you quit? That be going. You should quit. You should quit now. Like
that's stuff.
I know it.
Who
is.
You talking about though? You got anybody you want to shout out?
Listen, don't do that.
I'm just trying to see if you had anybody in particular.
I'm not shouting out anybody. I'm just saying if you are really.
Oh, you talking about that?
No. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you really believe that this is your calling and like your purpose and that you have a message, you have to have resilience. You have to be able to like get doors slammed in your face and you be like, okay, I'm moving on to the next. Or you know what? I'm going to just give me some tools. I'm going to build a door and walk on through it. Like that's the type of attitude that you have to have in this industry because it is really hard. Find you a good like support system, friends, family, people who will help uplift you because it's hard.
100%.
100%. So that's just an encouraging word. You know, that's not a tangible thing, but it's just be encouraged. Don't give up on yourself.
Perseverance, indomitable spirit. Mm-hmm. The spirit is everything, man. We don't give ourselves enough credit for persevering, man, because it's hella easy to sit back and say, you know, I don't think I'm gonna do it today.
Listen. It's funny you said this. Yeah. So and this is also a plug, but not on purpose. I have a show coming up that I'm
Okay. What
producing.
date? What's the date?
December 9th.
Producing-
You made a
you
post. I
producing it
realized
yourself?
that you put December 8th in the
I
post.
put
but it's
December
okay.
because I want everybody to be early.
The whole day early.
I know how my people be.
Yeah, so I'm producing this show at the House of Soul here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And before I planned this show, I thought to myself, like, do you really want to do this? Because once you pull the trigger on a show, you're going. You got to sell tickets. You have to market. You have to promote. Like, there's so much involved. And, I doubted it for a minute. I was like, do I want to do this to myself? Because it is a season of excitement, but it's also a season of anxiety a little bit.
Right.
Because you want the show to go off without a hitch. You want the room to be packed. Listen, we all have these thoughts. What if nobody shows up? Even with just a post. What if nobody likes my post?
Right.
What if nobody comments? What if nobody shares? Who cares? I'm getting to the place where it's like, for real, dead that noise. It's noise.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gonna make you better, if it's gonna make you grow, if it's going to benefit the people who show up,
Right.
do it for those people.
Absolutely.
And take on the high mountains, because this show is a high mountain for me. It really is. It's like I'm climbing every single day. And even though I do feel anxiety and I feel nervous, I'm also already proud of myself. It's almost like 2.5 weeks away, and I'm already like
At the House of Soul,
At the
St.
House of
Louis,
Soul.
Missouri, December 9th.
get tickets at everythinglydia.com.
All the VIP tickets sold out?
Not yet, but almost. We only have like 4 more VIP tickets. And those
They'll be
like
sold out by the time y'all hear this. You just been on admission now. Sorry.
Right. But these are the moments like that, even though it's nerve-wracking, it's also so rewarding. Like,
Yeah.
bet on yourself every time. Do it. Trust me, you will be grateful for it. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so nothing. It was nothing.
What happened?
One of the lights just kind of said,
We good? We had a system malfunction. Okay, I think we Gucci.
Okay, so we moving on.
Let's go.
We moving on from the music segment
Let's
to
get on to the money.
the money. Where's the cha-ching?
Oh.
Stop the cap.
That's not the
All right, we
money segment. Okay, so I thought that this would be a really cool first topic.
Okay, what's the topic?
How to save your first $10,000.
$10,000?
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. How we supposed to say $10,000?
Not see, it's right. Not how to make your first 10K, because making 10K is nothing. Like, for real, when you
Stop the cap.
when you start to look when you start to look back at your finances, you'll be surprised. Like, damn, I made $10,000 in no time, but it's just gone before you can even count it and realize that it's 10 racks. It's spent.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, right? We need to learn how to save. And as Wayne will say, not just save,
Yeah, because savers are losers.
not
I
just
don't even
save,
like that word.
but to invest, to have money, to invest in the first place.
Absolutely.
And in order to have that, you have to learn how to save.
Yeah, and we calling this how to basically save your first 10K, because that's something that I think is powerful. I know it was a long time for me. Like, I think, like, damn, if I got $10,000 in my bank account,
I'll be good.
Then you think,
then you
damn,
get
if I had-
10,000 and realize,
If I had 100,000, I'll
Right.
be good. Damn, if I only had $1 million, I'll be good. Like, you always be chasing more if you don't know what to do with it.
Right.
From the jump, it's always gonna be, looking for that next level. So,
what's the first thing?
one of the first things that you gotta do, if you want to make this money, is start to create a budget.
Nope. Before that,
Before that,
first thing,
get up in your financial business.
get nosy about your finances.
Get nosy.
Get nosy.
Get all up in the business.
Ooh, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you about something. When your finances are down,
Right.
you don't want to see.
Absolutely.
You're not even, but you're like, you know what? I'm going to just use this here credit card.
It's like when you owe somebody and you know you don't want to see
And
them.
you
know
ducking.
where you work with them. You're like, man, look, I'm gonna park on another parking lot so they don't even see my car.
Man, a lot of people are, you're literally running from your financial situation.
Yeah.
And you'll never be able to save if you don't know what's going on. And I know it can be really hard and scary, especially when like finances are, well, like when it looks bad.
Yeah.
When your finances look bad, like your bank account is in the negative. You don't even like you in debt on your credit cards. You running up the card every week on bills. You don't even want to look at the credit card statement. You have to look at it. You have to look at all of it intensely.
Cut the credit cards up, man, because and you definitely gotta look at it because what gets measured is what is going to get managed, right? And
Write that down. What gets measured gets managed.
what gets measured gets managed, man. That go with anything that you trying to do, whether you trying to see about your music career. We can relate it to the music career.
Yeah.
Are you
To relationship
Are those posts working, right? Okay, so I made a post on Tuesday. We got that's why Instagram got the analytics, right? Because they want you to see what's working, how it's working, when it's working,
Right.
and make adjustments in place
accordingly,
right?
Yeah.
So what's your dashboard? We need to make sure that we have a dashboard that's telling us what's happening
in our finances.
right? That could be looking at your bank account. We all got the apps. Open up that app every day. When you wake up in the morning, you say, "Thank you, Lord. Let me check my account."
Yes.
Right.
For real.
You
Before you
got to.
open Instagram,
Before you open Instagram,
check your financial temperature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if you think you cool, because banks make mistakes too.
Yes.
So I'll be like, I treat money like one of my kids. I want to check on them every single day, several times a day, actually, and see what they doing. To make sure, because you might tell them to do one thing, and next thing you know, they doing something different.
Right.
So you got your money. Your money is your kids, right? So you need. They need to. You need to know what's going on with them.
Yes.
And they need to be working for you.
All the time. And they need to be working for you.
What you mean?
I know.
For you.
The kids do be working for us.
That's why, man. That's people be getting it confused nowadays. They be having kids. Like, oh yeah, we just gotta take care of the kid. I'm more old school. Like, yeah, we having these kids because we have a farm and we need farm laborers. So
not a farm.
So our business is the farm.
Okay.
We need farm laborers.
We got workers out here.
So I need y'all to get to work.
Yeah, no, and really you want your money to be working for you too.
Absolutely.
Like
that's
the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, man. It's like I was talking to Drill the other day, man. I'm like, bro, like, your money sitting in the bank account is just like having people sitting in your house while you go to work. You just got the money sitting there doing what?
Right.
Losing value.
Right.
Taking up space.
Yeah.
Putting their feet up on your couch.
All that.
Right.
Just
So no, we can't
space.
just have it there. So definitely make sure you get all up in your finances, business. Go deep into what's going on. Who do you owe? How much? What's the debts?
Right.
Who's the collectors? What's all those subscription services that's tapping you every month? Every dollar is 99 cents
all
here,
that.
$2 there. It adds up.
And then from there, you create a budget.
Okay. And this is where it gets spicy because I really like budgets. I like the fact of creating budgets. I think that is one of the most important financial tools that you could use for yourself, especially if you don't have a budget. Create a budget today. As soon as you get done listening to this episode, you need to create a budget.
Y'all, it's time to grow up.
It is.
This is grow up time, y'all.
Because if you don't have a budget, then you have no clue where your money is going. A lot of us know where our money is coming from, especially if you got a W-2 job where okay, you got 40 hours a week. You're going to get this amount of money. You know exactly how much you're going to get. And then for my entrepreneurs, well, we got to factor things in differently because you might not know how much exactly you're going to make that week or that month,
it's
right?
Harder.
So it's a little bit harder. You got to get more creative to make your budget, but you can still do it. I like to start off with my monthly expenses.
Yes, right. I was just going to say, start out with what's going out.
Yeah. That's
a great place to start because even if you're an entrepreneur, the bills is staying the same every month.
Yeah.
So start out with how much money is going out.
Yeah, that's the first thing is get a handle on that. What's going out? How much am I spending? That means your rent, your food, your bills, loan debts, credit cards, whatever. How much is it costing you to live a month, right? Once you have a number, a real number, how much it's costing you to live a month, then you know how much you need to make, right? And then maybe I need to trim some of these things. I don't need Netflix. I don't really need to, or this costs me how much to live, right? Okay, these are my basics, right?
Right.
And then you see how much you got coming in. If you got a job, let's say you getting $3,000 a month off your job, right? And then you got your basic expenses that's costing you $3,000 a month.
Oh,
and
then,
then your expenses is costing you $3,500.
Yeah, right.
And then
that's
you're like, okay, now you know why you coming up short every week.
Right.
Every
and
month.
This is where self-control and discipline comes in because a lot of the things that need to be cut are things that we don't need.
Yeah.
Like
Now
you
I do
going
want to
out.
shout out a couple of tools real quick though before I lose this. To create the budgets, a couple of tools that y'all could use would be Mint. They have a free
Oh,
app,
yeah.
right? So that every dollar is another one.
I have every dollar. I
And
like it.
you need a budget, right? So there's you need a budget, every dollar, and Mint. Those are 3 different apps. I like to use Mint because it's free. It can connect to all your different bank accounts and stuff. You can even connect your bills, so like your water bill, your light bill, and stuff like that. And you can see exactly what it's going to be every month and how much it is going out. And you get this nice visual dashboard. I think just having that visual representation of your budget,
Is important.
it is, because you can see right away and make adjustments, man. It's like it's the money game at that point. You playing the money game, you don't want to lose. If you playing football and you never look up at the scoreboard, well, you might not be sure what the score
don't
is, when
know.
to go hard, right?
Facts,
That's why
facts.
we keep that scoreboard. All the sports keep a scoreboard to keep us in check. How hard do we need to go? Because the clock is running. The clock is running.
Yeah. And that's what that checking your finances every day is like. You checking the scoreboard, and it's really going to help you start to put money to the side that will give you that cushion. And that's kind of where we're going with this, right? So with the budget, so yeah, ultimately we don't want to just be saving, we want to be investing. But in order to invest, you have to have money saved, like what we were saying yesterday. You shouldn't be investing with money that you might need
Right.
for something. So now, something came up and you're like, "Ooh, I got to pull my investment out because I need that." No, that money should be extra. That should be the cushion.
So after you actually get your budget down and you know what your incomes is versus your expenses, one thing that you need, and once you know that number, like, hey, these are my expenses, these are my essential expenses that I need to spend every single month. Once you know that number, then it's a good idea to go ahead and create an emergency fund that saves 3 to 6 months
Of
your monthly
expenses.
expenses.
Yeah.
Ideally 6 months.
Right.
This is for emergencies like we just had with the COVID pandemic, and a lot of people got laid off of their jobs, right?
Man.
Imagine you get laid off your job again, and with the next thing that's going to happen, whatever happens,
Right. Because
with
it will
that
be
next
something.
thing.
It will be.
And if you're not prepared and have that emergency fund, then you'll be waiting on the next stimulus check before you can take care of your family. So you don't want to be in a position where you're waiting on somebody else. If you are able-bodied and able right now, let's go ahead, and once we know exactly how much it costs us to live a month, we need to put 6 months of that aside.
Now, this is the part that people have a problem with. It's like,
What's that?
how do I put away 6 months worth of money?
Okay,
When
well-
I need it, I need all of the money every month. This is how people are. This is how they feel.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
I need all the money every month. I need whatever's coming in. I need all of it.
I understand that, and a lot of us do. But then that's why while we're going through that budget, we need to find stuff that is not essential.
That we can shave off.
Yeah,
Because you should be saving 10% of everything that comes in.
absolutely.
At least. And if there are months where you have a little bit more income, don't go get them J's on the sneaker app
No,
with that. No.
no.
Not if you
Until you got your emergency.
until you got your emergency.
And you got your investments.
Yeah, once you got the emergency fund and the investments, then you should be on the sneaker app.
Okay.
If them 2 things ain't in place, get off that app. Because that app is what's stopping you from getting to the first 10K.
Not the cap.
I promise y'all next podcast, these sound effects gonna be on point.
Yes, sir.
But for sure, you need to learn how to save.
Okay. So yeah, we had to get a little battery swap out right there real quick, but we back in here.
We back.
One thing that Lydia was talking about was super important. I wanted to interject though. When we get in our emergency fund, right? That emergency fund is going to be 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. I recommend you not putting that into a regular savings account.
Okay.
Right? you still wanted to have it accessible pretty quickly, so you don't want to put it into any investments or anything like that.
Okay.
But what I want to say for y'all to do is to put it in, not in the safe, not under your shoebox. Have a little something, but not, you don't want your 3 to 6 month there. You still you want to have this money in what they call a high yield savings account.
You better talk that talk, baby.
It's a high yield savings account, man. But basically, a high yield savings account is going to give you a higher interest rate than a standard savings account would. All right.
Perfect.
And these can be like about 1%, where a standard savings account is like
Point something,
0.05%, so less than a penny, or less than a 1%, like less than 0.1% sometimes, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But definitely look online, and a lot of these you can find on internet, like an internet bank, because you
Like
don't
Vanguard.
want this. Vanguard might have some, but I know Citibank does high yield.
Okay.
Just Google high yield interest, high yield savings account.
Okay.
Find you one ideally that's only online, that's totally separate than where you do your check-ins account at.
Okay.
That way you got this money just put up somewhere else in a separate account that's not very easy for you to get to, and you gonna only get to it in emergency.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's very smart. Okay. And
So,
so once you
Cutting
have
the
that,
fat, right?
you said what?
I said we was talking about cutting the fat, I think, a little bit.
Yeah,
to make sure
basically
that
like
we can
cutting
get there.
in order to get to that place, you have to just be disciplined.
Yeah.
And you can't hang out as much as you'd like.
Right.
Maybe this year, and I'm just saying this year, maybe this year you don't vacation. You cut your vacation. I'm talking about people who are
Not for real.
who are
I mean, if you don't
literally like
have
check
no-
to check, and you don't have any money
that
to
emergency fund, then you can't
Yeah.
afford to vacation.
Exactly. And it's not forever.
Right.
You skipping the vacation this year alone may make you have that
Get you enough for that
get you
emergency
enough for
fund.
that emergency fund, and then you'll be in a more, financially stable and secure place where you can do all the things that you want to do. But it may require you to really just buckle down for the next 12 months of your life, and get that money saved.
Yeah.
Stack your paper. Like, you have to be disciplined. You cannot do happy hour every day and wonder why you don't have any money saved. Like, you're at the bar literally every night after work.
That's a fact, man. So,
You at the steakhouse eating dinner every day. Okay.
you can't not it.
No, I mean, a lot of people are like that. They're just like addicted to spending money. And, we got to do better.
Yeah.
Got to.
So in addition to that, to help boost us up from our to getting that emergency fund, and then also creating money for us to be able to invest, you may need to actually increase the amount of money that you are making, right? So if you're not earning enough at your job, I ain't saying to quit your job, because then you ain't gonna be earning nothing.
Side
Right.
hustle.
Definitely get a side hustle.
Sound like a side
Start a
hustle.
business.
Yes.
Expand your business. Raise your prices. Whatever. But some type of way you need to figure out
How to make more money.
how to get more money coming in,
Yeah.
and at the same time, simultaneously, stop money from going out.
Yeah. Those two things. More money coming in.
But not
Less money
necessarily
going out.
stop money from coming out, because I don't want to say that you gotta
just
you gotta
less
spend
money
and
from
it's
going
got
out.
to, right. But it needs to be more money coming in than
Than what's
going
going
out.
out.
That's all.
It's gotta
'Cause
be
you
more.
don't want to stop it, because then it's like a clogged artery. If you ain't stopping no money
Right, there's
going
no
out,
flow.
ain't no
It's-
money gonna come back.
There's got to be a flow.
Got to be a flow.
Yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
cool.
It's just about being smart, really paying attention to your finances, check that temperature, and then once you learn what it is, act accordingly. If you go to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, your arteries is clogged up, if you keep eating like this, you got maybe 5 more years and you're going to die. You're going to come home and keep eating the same stuff? No. So if you check your financial temperature and it's failing, you have to do something about it, as if it was your health, your actual physical bodily health. You
Yeah.
want your finances to be up to par just like that, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen and when you're going to need to be able to call on those finances. And then the final thing, I guess, is
Hold up.
like the hard investment, right? Like
Is what you
actual
mean.
investing.
Oh yeah. So once you got your emergency fund, and you have started to get more money coming in, now you can actually start doing investments. Now that can be investing in. Right now, I think if you are under 50 years old, then I think you need to be real bullish on cryptocurrency. Let me also tell y'all real quick, I'm not a financial advisor, nor is Lydia. This show does not claim to give you financial advice. You need to do all your research on your own
Right.
before you do any type of financial investing. So that's a little
We
disclaimer
just,
right
yeah,
there.
I mean, we're just telling you what's worked for us and
Yeah.
what we think you should do, but don't go blaming us if
But I
if
think
you put it all in Bitcoin, that ain't on us.
under 50, you should be super bullish on Bitcoin. You should definitely have what one guy say, man, you got to start tapping in, man, with podcasts like this, other podcasts about business investments and
Tell
stuff
them
like
some
that.
because you be
No, I'm
listening to
telling you,
all the
look, man, I was about to
podcasts.
say, Earn Your Leisure. That's a huge podcast I listen to all the time. I listen to stuff. My man, 19 Keys. I learned stuff from him. So I would say, Earn Your Leisure, 19 Keys podcast. Listen to, search those, find those, and those are two podcasts that you can actually learn stuff about, man. There's marketing podcasts, all kind of stuff, man. So
Nice.
social media podcasts, and there's this dope podcast about music, money, and marriage.
Called Married to Music.
Yeah, I heard the co-host is kind of cute.
Oh, okay. We get into the marriage part, baby.
Yo, I also want to drop a little bit of homework on y'all. And that's to read this book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon is a story that teaches the 7 cures to a lean purse. And I think that's one of the problems that a lot of us are facing, is that our purse is a little too lean. So I'm gonna break down these 7 cures real quick, and then we're gonna move over to the marriage
please
topic.
break it down.
So the 7 simple rules are: for one, start the purse to fattening, right? That means you need to start saving money and making money, okay? Next, control your expenditures. Control what you spend. Control what
Help
goes
us,
out,
Lord.
okay? 3, make the money multiply. That means you're going to be investing. So your money is now working for you.
Yes.
All right?
Damn, that's only 3. We got 7. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Next, we need to guard our treasures from loss.
Oh, okay.
That means having insurance, right?
Yes.
Make sure that once you capitalize on something and you stacking up, you need to make sure that you got that thing insured.
That means it shouldn't be in a shoebox, because if there's a fire,
Exactly.
it's over. So yeah.
Exactly. What else? Hold up. Let me get back to my point right here. I had lost my
You had lost your place.
I had lost my place. Okay, here we go. So yeah. Guard from losses, right? So that means protecting your stuff, locking it up, get
Right.
you a safe. If you using crypto, make sure you ain't doing nothing dumb online to get your crypto jacked. You got an actual hardware crypto wallet and type of things, right? All your money ain't just in jewelry and flashy things that can be gone in a second.
Right.
Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. So
Where you live.
it
Ooh.
needs to be something that is also an investment, right? That's another one of the
That's great.
rules.
That's great. I mean, that really. So what does that look like? That looks like buying a house at a low interest rate, or like when the market is lower, so that it's going to
Getting
increase
in
in
at the
value.
right price.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe even getting in a duplex and renting out half of it so
Right.
that somebody else is paying that mortgage for you.
Hello.
Right.
Yes. All of that is great. Okay. What else?
Yeah. The next one is to ensure a future income. Okay. So to ensure a future income, this means, well, one of them, life insurance, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you got life insurance, right?
Right.
That way, if you ain't here, that at least your family can be taken care of, and that's one of the biggest wealth building tools that a lot of us sleep on is life insurance, man. Imagine you had $1 million life insurance policy that can start your family off with something real nice in when you leave, because it's going to happen, right? We all have to go. So life insurance is a great way to ensure future income, but also just taking care of yourself, right? Eating right, being healthy on the day-to-day, because that stuff can slow us down. How many sick days can you take before you can't work no more, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And if you can't work no more, your brain ain't thinking right now, you are literally messing up the money.
Yeah, and also just like thinking of ways that your business can grow to be, of more value later on.
Absolutely.
So just making sure that your business is not just about right now. Like think about 20 years from now, where will your business be based on what's going on?
You kind
in
of
the
talking
world?
about how Mark Zuckerberg switched to focus
Me-
on the metaverse?
I'm telling you.
Okay, so
and
he's
that was
ensuring a future income.
and I'm pretty sure this was the plan for him 5-7 years ago.
Yeah.
He was probably like, this is what we're going to do because this is where it's headed. So
Oh yeah, we got to always be thinking toward the future.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Is
and
that
then-
7?
No, that was 6 of them, and then the last one is to basically increase your skills, increase your ability to earn, and increase your ability to learn. So,
Man, that's great.
to increase your ability, your earning ability, that just means to keep learning, keep building up your skills constantly.
Yes. Keep becoming better.
Adding, keep sharpening up that iron.
Yeah. In every way, y'all. Work out every day, eat right, take care of yourself. I love it.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So I think that wraps up the money segment. I hope y'all got
Not
some.
the cap.
I'm gonna get this right one day.
What was that one? Wait. That one was a.
That was like,
That sounded like a fight. Like that one sounded like.
all right.
Oh man.
Speaking of sounding like a fight, I think that's gonna take us into our marriage section.
You know what? Don't scare the people off. Marriage is not only fights.
See, that's going
It's partially fights.
Perfect segue for marriage.
So for this subject of marriage, we want to talk about commitment.
Commitment. What
And
is that?
what is commitment? What is it? What does it look like?
Yeah.
How do you stay committed in an industry that is like constantly throwing
Trifling, good
Good
for
for
nothing
nothing.
type of ladies.
ladies?
I just had to switch. I couldn't down the fellas.
Down the brothers?
Oh.
I hear you. Okay. But yeah, let's talk about commitment.
All right. What's commitment? To me, what commitment means
Okay.
is simple. It's real simple. People make stuff harder than it got to be. Commitment simply means doing what you said you was going to do.
Doing what you said you was gonna do.
That's it.
So okay, so the first thing is this. This is the first way that you stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Don't commit to nobody
Okay. Clap that up. Clap that up.
until you ready
Okay.
to commit to somebody.
So don't say what you gonna do if you ain't really ready to do it.
Where's the claps? Too bad we ain't got no claps.
We gotta laugh. All right.
No, but for real, a lot of times people get in trouble in this area, the area of commitment, because you shouldn't have been committed to nobody in the first place.
Right.
Because you are selfish, which is okay. It's okay if you're living in a space of this is my time.
Okay.
This is life is about me right now. This is what I want to do. So if that is where you are, if you're in a place where it's like, I'm gonna do what I want to do no matter what, you need to be single and dating around, which is fine. You can't break nobody's heart if you don't take nobody's heart.
Bars. We might have to chop that one up for the gritty.
No, but seriously, like that's what happens. You bite off more than you can chew when it comes to relationships. So since commitment means doing what you said you're going to do, make sure that if you are in a committed
Let me
relationship.
dive into that though, real quick too. Though, let me dive into it. Cause why you think people be committing to relationships even though they don't really want to?
Ooh, I know why.
Why?
I know exactly why.
Why?
Because relationships are wonderful.
Mm.
They're magical. They are beneficial to our souls, to our spirits, to our minds. But people want both. That's where the have your cake and eat it too. The cake is beautiful.
Right.
You want it. You want that cake. You want to look at it because it's gorgeous, but you also want to eat it. But you can't do both. So people want a relationship because it gives them that
Some
security.
people do both.
And that's called cheating.
No, I mean, but what if it's an understanding that we doing both?
Then that's okay. If we understand, if we in some kind of open relationship, or that's why I say like date around, like it's okay to date as many people as you want to if you're open about it. Like, yo, I'm not seeing you exclusively. We kick it, we have fun, maybe we have sex, whatever it is.
Right.
If the other person is cool with that, fine. But what happens is, here's what happens. People, mostly guys. Now, let me not say mostly guys, but
Not the cap.
Cap.
no, people want that person. They want that stability that the person gives them. They want that feeling that the person gives them. They want all the benefits of a relationship without the commitment. So they commit to somebody. They
Right.
say, okay, you know what? I'm
Just so I
loving
can
this.
get what
So
you
I can
want.
get the benefits.
Uh-huh.
But I'm still on the side, though.
So you don't think women be like that?
They
too?
do. I
You
was
don't think-
joking.
I was gonna say though, because I think women do it more often.
No. Now you lost your mind.
I think women
The more often part is crazy.
is more
No.
often
No.
trying to
This is definitely
lock a man into a relationship before.
Stop it. You sound crazy. No, it's really, I mean, both parties. Let's not get into who does it more than the other because that'll be a whole fight, even though men do it more.
I mean, I think though why people be doing that though because you get that thing, man. It's selfish.
It is selfish.
It's a selfish thing, man. Because you get that thing and you be like, yo, I like that thing. And then you want to just have that thing. You want nobody else to touch your thing. It's a childish mentality.
Listen.
Because you got something.
Wayne, do you remember you asking me this early on in our relationship?
I think,
Do you
are we talking
remember?
about personal stuff? I thought this was about other people.
This is
Stop the cap.
you. I'll never forget. You told me that you didn't want me to be with nobody else.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, because he wasn't like, yo, be my girl exclusively. He was just like, I don't want you to be with nobody else. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, but I might want to, I was like, you might want to, what? I might want to still explore. And he was serious. This is really early though. And I was like, that is the point that I knew he was crazy.
Oh, so
But I also knew that he was really feeling me because he didn't want nobody else to be feeling on me. He wanted to be the only person they get to feel up on me. So, but like you said, it is a selfish mentality, like it's just basically, I want you for me, only for me, but I also may want something else. And I want to be open to somebody else. And if that's the case, I don't think that you should be committed or say that you're going to be committed if you're not going to, right?
yeah, I absolutely
At the
agree.
end of the day.
Definitely, you should. I mean, because people would be amazed to what they could have if they were honest with themselves and people around them.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if commitment ain't your thing, then you ain't got to front like it is because it's somebody out here that's not their thing either.
There it is. And that's my point on, the cheating and all that. You don't really have to if you are honest with yourself before you get into a situation.
Yeah.
So it definitely commitment definitely takes self-searching and being honest with you first and knowing exactly where you are in your life, right? So we passed that. You're in a committed relationship now, right? How do you stay committed? Because no matter what, there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be temptations and other opportunities. So what do you do to make sure that you are maintaining that level of commitment that you require?
I mean, to me, that's easy, right? That's just has to do with a simple fact of integrity and character. Because if you say you're gonna do something and you don't do it, well, then that's just means that you're a liar, right? So if you are breaking commitments, then that just goes to your character, right?
Yes.
And so how do you want to live? How do you want to be known what is okay with you and your own morals, your own moral code and compass, what's inside of you. So if you can, that's just gonna be on your own integrity and character.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that.
It ain't really. I don't think it need to be a step by step thing. It's gonna be like, look, man, you either a good person or you not.
Right. No, I feel you. And I made a video about this on the Sassy Wife channel, like saying what cheating is saying about you to other people, right? A lot of times you'll see, these people, a dude who's always stepping out or a girl who's always cheating on her man.
Yeah.
And they're not even like, they're brazen about it.
Yeah.
They be like, hey, yo, Lydia, if such and such calls, I'm with you. Like, what? It make you think like, okay, what are you saying about me to other people? Or, are you really
because
your loyalty is tested.
Absolutely.
Like, if I needed you, would you really come through for me? Because you really all about self. If you would cheat on your husband,
right?
If you would cheat on your wife of how many years, you're not a loyal person. It says a lot about your character, and you're telling on
And
yourself.
that goes all ways, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing business with somebody and
Period.
they out here, you like, damn, man, we potentially going to a business deal together, but
And-
you was, oh, that's flagrant. Like, look, I don't know.
Period.
That's just again, that
If
just
the
speaks to your
opportunity came,
character
you would steal.
on when exactly. If the opportunity came,
You would steal from me.
you would cut me the same way you cutting them. Right?
Yes.
So
yes.
that's exactly what it is. Though it's character.
It
It
is.
all goes to character and living up to what you say you gonna do, man. And so I just want to drill that into us as much as possible because it can be challenging to live up to our commitments from the beginning, and that's why people don't want to commit because all these things come up. Because then once you do commit, now you got to be disciplined.
Right.
You got to stay focused. You got to do stuff that you might not want to do
Yeah.
when you want to do it
And a lot of
because
people,
you committed.
Yep. That's so like when you think about this in any way, like the open mic that I host.
Yeah.
I host it every other Friday, and it's like it's virtual. So I've made this commitment, and then but a part of me is like, man, I don't want to commit to it because what if something better comes up on a Friday night? But I also want the money from hosting it. So
Right.
this is how people are with relationships, and
Yeah, that's how people is with buying them
with-
tickets for December 9th. I don't know, they
what if something more fun comes up for that Thursday night, which it's a Thursday night, and nothing better to do than to be on my
Stop the
concert.
cap.
You better stop doing that, pop the cap when I'm saying something true.
I'm
There we
limited.
go.
I'm limited in what I got, man.
But yeah, commitment is definitely something. And if you're feeling like, if you're with somebody, right, or you like somebody,
Yeah.
but you're feeling like, ooh, I want to commit to her, but I'm nervous about there being more options. You're not ready.
Just hold back. No, and then that's not
You know-
saying that's if you're nervous about it being more options and you don't want to commit to her, you want her to commit to you.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times it may be like, okay, she seems like the perfect person for me. Everything is right. But if I commit to her, that means I am.
Are you talking about a lesbian relationship?
No, I'm being a guy right now, or
Nah,
a girl.
be a girl. Be yourself.
I mean, I'm being anybody because
don't
everybody
try to-
dates everybody nowadays. There's no such guy, girl. Look, if I am
the
just,
cap.
I'm just a human being. I'm just a human being thinking out loud, right? I like her, him,
Right.
and everything that she or he offers in our relationship.
Just
but
say they.
but in their relation, oh God, shut up. Get on my nerves. But I don't necessarily want to commit because what if there's something? Basically, what I'm saying is, what if there's something better?
Yeah.
This is something that gets in a lot of people's way when it comes to commitment, is the possibility of someone better. What if someone better comes along? And if that is really weighing on you, it probably means that you're not ready.
Right.
And that is definitely okay. Wait until you are.
Okay.
That's all. And also, I want to say this. If you are in a committed relationship and, you're in love and everything is going great, some ways, especially in the music industry, that will help you stay committed and stay happy and help your relationship stay healthy is being open and transparent about what you have going on, because the music industry can be a really tough place to have a relationship, right? It consists of a lot of late nights. It consists of alone time with other people. You may be in the studio session with a singer late at night. I may be in the session at a session with an engineer late at night, right? We have to trust each other. And the way a way that trust can really manifest itself is by transparency.
Okay.
And that's by us being transparent with each other about what's going on, where you are, and who you're with. So yeah, I just wanted to say that.
I like that. That's a good point. All right, y'all. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Yeah. What my clap sound effect?
Where your clap sound? That is not a clap sound effect. There it is.
That's the laugh track. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped in with us today.
Yeah, we talked about music,
Money.
marriage. You know what?
What?
I want to just say this
What you want to say more?
for all the ladies out there.
Ladies.
Because ladies be having this question, like,
What's the
right? They
question?
ask me all the time, how do you know
They'll never know. They'll never
They'll
know.
never know.
you can't know.
How do you know that he's really that you know that he wants you and that he's really the one or that he's into you? Listen to how I knew that Wayne really wanted to be with me. He spent so much of something that he could never get back with me. He didn't spend money on me because when we first started dating, he didn't have no money. It wasn't about that.
Not the cap.
you know, I'm just dropping facts. It wasn't about that. But he spent what he can't get back, and that's time.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what made me know that he was really all in for me because he always wanted to spend time. And that is something that is a dead giveaway. A man is not going to spend time with you, ladies, if he is not really interested. Yeah, you got it right. That's just, I had to drop that at the end because people be like, ladies ask me all the time, how did you know? And I'm like, that's how.
Nah, and that's a perfect segue to end this because everybody that just spent time with us, you know.
Facts. You could have been anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
But you was here with us.
Yeah. So clap it up for yourself, man. Shout out to Sweetwater, sweetwater.com for sponsoring the Married to Music podcast. Shout out to yourself for tapping in. Make sure you share with a friend.
Yes.
And go over to iTunes and please leave us a 5-star review and a comment.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Married to music.
Hey.
Tune in every Monday.
Tune in. I'm about to put a verse on.
We tryna get our M's up. Music, money, marriage on a Monday. Married to music.
And cut.
And beautiful, guys.